evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Trigger. I'm your host, Zachary Clark, and you all know my co-host, Adam Furman.
Oh, thank you.
wait, which way is it?
Get the Brady Bunch song on.
It's a story of a couple idiots.
If we're the idiots, boy, have we got a show for you.
Oh, dude, I know it. Oh, speaking of our show, we're coming to you live straight from the dark back room of the Supreme Court, where the devastating leak of a draft opinion has torn the nation asunder. Sundering everything and nothing. Saw the new Batman movie.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. It's pretty good.
I thought it was decent. Very detective noir type stuff.
Except the Riddler. It's just the worst.
Yeah, that was kind of
Absolutely no fun at all. The Riddler is gotta be over the top absurd green suit with bright green with question marks all over it.
I don't know.
There's little purple mask.
He is the smartest man in the room. He's supposed to be.
Edward Nygma. Yeah, I don't even get that. He was just like some sort of right-wing internet conspiracist.
Yeah, it was not well done. As far as that goes. And it's like the feds would have gotten that guy way before.
Yeah, half of his little gang probably would have been in CIs or whatever.
Yeah. So it's I'm like, okay. Aside from that part, I thought it was decent. And then I was thinking to myself, you know what? Instead of trying, DC's all compete with MCU or whatever. You know what? You could do that, but go back old school, Golden Age. All the movies are set in the 30s.
That'd be awesome. I don't know. Batman 1989 sort of had that feel. I think it was 50s, 40s, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought that would be cool. They sort of did. Marvel sort of did that though with the Captain America stuff or whatever.
Yeah, well, that's because it fit into the thing, right?
Yeah, he
that
was
his
a World War II guy. So they shut this thing, and then DC did that with Wonder Woman.
Oh, I guess they did.
They did that first one, which was it World War II? One?
1.
It was World War One, yeah. And then they did 1980s or whatever it was. Terrible, frankly.
I didn't see either of those.
The first one was weird, but it was okay. That had some giant CGI fight at the end, and then just not very interesting at all. It's like cotton candy theater stuff.
Yeah, like when Batman injected that adrenaline right into his,
oh my god,
his leg.
And then he starts beating that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get pumped up with the Bane juice. I don't think we need to remake Batman again. Batman's
it's like their one go-to that always turns a crowd, though.
That's because everybody loves Batman, and you can make it like that DC style and not lose anything. It's supposed to be all gothic and like, oh yeah, we're in the shadows because I'm the Dark Knight. Yeah, that's dark. It's in my name. You said to go fight crime.
You sound like that's how like the Lego Batman is.
Yeah.
He always plays up on his. I don't know if you've seen any of those movies. He always plays up on his like the dark. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. And so you can have like this dour Zack Snyder themed movie, and it's like, oh, that works. Batman's like a emo depressio who had his parents murdered in front of him, and it broke his brain. He turned into a strange vigilante Batman dressing guy.
Yeah, he's the. It's great because all of the other criminals are. They also have their brain broken.
Yes.
His is like the opposite.
It's all actually in his head or something or whatever, bro. He's in an insane asylum. And it's all just a figment of his imagination.
Too far for me.
Didn't they do that once with one of the branching story arcs? It's like, oh, he's just been in Arkham the whole time. Terrible. Comics today. I never read comics. I never liked comics very much. You get like one comic and it was expensive. I remember like
Yeah.
even when I was a kid, and you got like part of the story. I'm like, ain't no comic book stand in Manier.
Yeah, and there's like half of the pages were like Twix
Yeah,
or Nintendo ads.
it's awful. And I'm like, when's the next time I'm gonna go get comic books? Never. No, I don't care. I'm not into it.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
oh no! Forgot to pay the electric bill.
Adam. Adult responsibilities require you to work at a job you don't really want to work at in order to earn money to pay for things that you don't really want in order to support a lifestyle that you don't care about until you die. Frankly, any opposition to this consumerist mindset is a threat to America. Mandate consumerism. And put on my They Live glasses.
I was gonna say I need to watch that movie.
You still haven't watched it?
No.
It might not even be on streaming anymore. You might have to
Oh
buy
no,
it.
maybe I'll have to go to the.
I don't think the library has They Live, the John Carpenter B movie.
You don't think that they have They Live?
No, I do not.
Even if I pull it up and show you, you'll be like, "Oh, we can't see it here."
I'd probably be able to see it. Don't believe it. Not for a minute. I'm under the
They have,
gun,
like-
so you take it on the run.
They have video games there.
Yeah, like Zelda or whatever.
You
Like
don't have
Nintendo.
Zelda.
What? They don't have video games.
You don't have-
man.
They've
What are
got
you talking about?
Xbox games, PlayStation games. They probably have some Nintendo games.
I don't believe it.
Not like,
Not for
not
a minute.
not for like the NES.
Oh. Well, I mean, what other systems are even out there?
There's only one Nintendo system.
Yeah, some people were talking about some newfangled Super Nintendo, but that just sounded made up. Like, yeah, you said Super under the front of something and you get a new one? No, that's not how that works.
16-bit gaming? What is that?
What
That's
was-
the devil's work.
What was the next? Was it like the next one, the Ultra Nintendo? Lame.
That was the N64 came after that.
I don't even know now you're just adding numbers on the end of stuff. That's almost as certain as things I saw today on the scanner radio. Adam.
Yo.
Scanner radio coming at you live. Here it is. Inbox 3:07 p.m. Please keep this anonymous.
From Dale.
Whoops. But there's someone outside County Market 24th with hedge clippers trying to cut through a bike lock. Not sure if it's his, but it seems really suspicious, and he keeps stopping when people walk by.
You should call the cops.
Yes, obviously. Nah, I'm gonna inbox the scandal with this. Hey, everybody, let's just come out and look at this guy. You're never cutting through it with those. Boo. Start heckling them because he's an incompetent bike thief.
He's saying the cops just standing there and like,
Exactly. I just can't get this thing. I can't get these clippers to get through a chain. It's almost like they were designed for sticks. Unsmart people in the world, Adam. Unsmart people. Additional fight season updates. 17th in spring, 2 males fighting QPD en route. 2 males
oh, it's at the bar.
fighting.
It's a Spring Street bar.
Is it?
Yeah, that's 17th in spring.
You're right. Bar fight. 17th in spring. That's what they should have said on this one. They should have labeled it appropriately with the type of altercation it was. But then we had a completely different report. 1700 block of Broadway. Males fighting outside. QPD and it says males.
Maybe it moved into the Ace.
Well,
Ace Hardware.
This was on the 1st at 12:21. Oh, I guess that's true. It was 2 hours later, Adam. Almost exactly 2 hours later. It's in front of the Ace Hardware. The males were fighting again. This was one epic brawl spanning a block. And
not even
multiple
manlier,
hours.
Now they're fighting outside a hardware store.
More power. Yeah. I need to watch Home Improvement again. It's a classic show. It's
Absolutely.
a classic slice of Americana. I need to get into a bar fight one of these days. I was over at karaoke night, I think it was a couple weeks ago, and there was a weird energy. Like, people were like dog-eyeing people and getting aggressive and stuff. I'm like, man, I need to get out of here. Maybe I should have embraced it. Started slamming bottles on the bar top.
Break stuff.
Last week, a lady sang that song, even though, as we learned in the internet poll, most people should have heard about it. Very few people might know.
No. The poll was you would not have heard about it. 54 to 44 is you would not.
No. The poll was, the specific question was, is it possible for someone to have not heard the song if they were born in between 1985 and 1995?
Yeah, and there were 2 yes answers, and there's 1 no.
That's incorrect.
And the yes answers
There's
together,
9 results, Adam. You're gonna make me.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me pull it up. We're gonna have to look. Going straight to the results. I wasn't prepared for this, but we're doing it live. We're doing it live.
55 to 44.
Percentages, I believe that is correct.
Yes. Right. And if there were 9, that would check out for the dividing by 9.
9s are fine.
Like 11.11%.
All right. Now, ladies, yeah. What's cooler than being cold? Being correct on your poll results.
That reminds me. I need to listen to Funky Cold Medina soon.
No, had the most answers.
No, you can't do it like that. It says yes, no, and yes.
Yes,
So you add the
but
yeses together.
yes,
Yeah,
but
it's
like
still yeah.
0.1%, which is actually no.
No, you can't. Oh, yes means no. Okay,
Yes
Zachary.
does mean no. It's 0.1%. That's one in 1,000.
Yeah, yes, but the odds are grave. So yes.
Anyway, there were 9 votes. So not just like one for yes or whatever. Most of the votes were for no. So I win. Boop,
Um,
boop, 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 boop. Madam is breaking news. Doop, boop, boop, boop.
oh,
Breaking news. Joe Biden is going to seek to buy 60 million barrels of crude oil. Doop, boop, boop, boop. Breaking news. He personally is going to buy them and put them in a giant hole in the backyard of the White House. 60 million barrels of crude.
what?
I'm just making that up because the way that the tweet is worded, it says Biden admin will seek to buy 60 million barrels of crude oil. Uh, this is to resupply the national oil reserves, the strategic oil reserves that
Yes.
he had distributed, and now he's
To
going to buy
to
them.
alleviate, yeah, to alleviate the gas prices.
Yes, yes, yes. So the idea behind that is that if you have extra supply, then the price goes down compared to the demand. Demand in the situation would stay constant. And then, like 2 weeks later, you then skyrocket demand by purchasing 60 billion barrels or whatever. Right? This is how this works, and then it evens out so that it's net less money for everyone. And bonus, you sell your oil when the price is high, but then you buy it when the price is higher.
It's, we're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it, Zach.
uh, this guy
It's
had it.
like
What?
it was like, oh, I've got a brilliant plan to alleviate gas prices for Americans. It's like, okay, cool. Opening up the Keystone Pipeline, loosening the embargo on oil for the Russian gas and stuff. It's like, we're gonna disperse the emergency oil reserves. It's in case of a military action. We're gonna give it to you guys
Yeah.
for about like 5 days.
Oh,
It's like what?
I can just see it. He's sitting there drooling or whatever,
I read that.
watching Daniel Tiger on TV or whatever they got him doing.
Oh,
And then and then somebody comes in, sir, it's an emergency, huh? What? Sir, the strategic petroleum reserves are rock bottom low right now. I don't know what's going on. It's like, oh, well, buy oil, put oil in there. Oh, yes, sir, taking care of it. Do. Back to my show. Cause when he feels so mad and he wants to roar, shouts malarkey and eats a cone. That was a riff on a Daniel Tiger song, if you weren't familiar.
yes.
Tracking the bit through from, callbacks, etc., etc. It's classic comedy. This is classic comedy, folks. It's gold. This material is gold. Ugh, unappreciated in my time. I tell ya. Oh, but that wasn't the only thing that was going on. Dave Chappelle was attacked on stage. Oh my gosh. Attacked on stage. I don't know if this is true, but I believe that they found their social media account of the person that attacked them. And they were leading up to the show saying, Dave Chappelle, you're next. Referring to the Chris Rock slap. Come for my trans homies again, and I swear to God, a slap. Anyway, this person charged the stage, tackled Dave Chappelle, and then got sufficiently beat down and bootsed that this was the fun result. I don't think your arm's supposed to bend like that, friendo. Oof. Oof. Oh no. And I believe it was social media versus reality. Hey. The worst part, though, this person brought a knife gun to a comedian fight. That's right, they had a gun with them. But this was a fake gun, in that it did not shoot bullets. However, if you pulled the trigger, it would flip out a knife. It was a knife gun. Did not launch knives.
You're just wanting to be, you're just wanting to be shot.
I know, I don't know what this maniac was thinking. Dude had a knife and a gun. Well, a fake gun that turned out to be a real knife. It was a knife that looked like a handgun, you know? The blade folds out from the slide. That's just asking for death right there. They agree with you. Takes bringing a knife to a gunfight to a weird and confusing place. But old Dave, he was fine. In fact, him and Chris Rock, who was actually there, were riffing. Chris Rock shouts into the mic after the attack happens, "Yo, was that Will Smith?"
Another joke at Will Smith.
So jokes. Will Smith actually in the audience, he says, "Hey, you keep my name out your mouth. Oh, I'm sorry, Will. Keep my name out your mouth." But he wasn't there. He wasn't there. Will's not allowed.
Oh, he wasn't? Oh.
No, Will's not allowed to have fun. And if I was him, I probably wouldn't get too far away from my girl either. Oh, snap. Breaking news, Adam, breaking news. Breaking news. New memoir drops and recounts a tale of Trump asking the stunned Secretary of Defense if the government could fire missiles into Mexico. And then pretend it wasn't the U.S. who did it. In this new memoir.
Right off the bat, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what that. They're making it. It's like, that's my Trump. Oh no! Like that's. It's like a sitcom.
I 100% believe this to be true.
Oh, what's on there? Yeah, but I mean, like the way that it's framed and stuff.
I believe this is what happened. I'm going to imagine. I'm going to Imagineer. Because I have other ways of knowing things, Adam. Deep and secret ways.
Have you befriended a Corbin yet?
Soon. That's a plan in the works. Trump's being briefed on the drug cartels and the violence in Mexico. And he's in commander-in-chief mode. Is there... Can't we just launch some cruise missiles in there? and say it was Guatemala.
No, it was China.
China? That's even worse.
Yes.
The cruise missiles launched from appeared to be East Texas. It was China. China has had a problem with these drug cartels for a long time.
Yeah, right?
No, I think that he's the kind of guy who doesn't think there's such thing as a dumb question to ask in these briefings, which is probably a good philosophy to have. If you want to get information and you don't have it, you should, ask whatever you think you need to ask to know stuff. I think that's a good policy. I think that
Sometimes, even if you know the question, even if you know the answer,
I think
sometimes it's
yes,
helpful to ask.
true. I think that sometimes though you have a situation where the question itself betrays the nature of the question asker.
What do you mean?
Adam, I'm gonna stump you here. If all of a sudden missiles blew up cartels in Mexico, how would you imagine you would cover that up?
Oh, I got it, Zach. You'd immediately put out a press release to say it wasn't us.
Definitely, it was not the United States.
And then you would contact your allies at AT, Reuters, be like fact checkers saying that it was definitely not the United States who did this.
Several sources in the government, including high-ranking intelligence officials, say that it was definitely not us. We would never do
sources
that.
Say. The sources say.
No, because you have to put an air of legitimacy. It's like the Hunter laptop business or whatever, where Biden had.
I don't know how you would.
His goons and spooks manufacture evidence that then he could say showed that it was fake by relying on those guys who were outright telling lies. It was good.
You would. No, it's a huge operation. You wouldn't do that. You'd have to pretend. It'd be a whole operation. You'd have to have people dressed up as Native Americans going on the ship.
Oh yeah.
And grabbing all the tea. And dumping it over into Boston Harbor. You'd have to actually pretend to be. You can't just, like you said, you can't just launch it from Kansas or whatever.
No, it's Tomahawk missiles off of Fort Bragg or whatever. This attack by China is so bold and brazen. We can't believe that they would reach.
It's a bold-faced lie.
Yes.
And everyone knows. And it's just wrong.
Incorrect. All my sources tell me it was China. Who am I to disagree? Mr. Trump very well could be China.
China.
China always makes people want to launch rockets. Anyway.
Oh, no.
Yeah, boop, 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 Adam, breaking news again. Boop, 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 boop,
No. How much breaking news is there?
Breaking news. I think this is it. I think the rest of this is just regular news based off of this one. The Supreme Court has voted to strike down Roe v. Wade. Adam, Roe v. Wade is destroyed, overturned. No longer good laws. The Supreme Court has definitively voted and ruled to strike it down. It's struck down, struck. I won't hear otherwise. No longer law. That means it's illegal. This Supreme Court case is made.
Now it's illegal.
It's made all abortion illegal. It has rendered women slaves to men. Misogyny rules. Women are unpersoned and are basically relegated to be forced, I say forced, into birthing the next generation against their devious wills.
I ran out of
No
drink.
need to read any further in this tweet. Oh, wait. Adam, it says, according to an initial draft of a majority opinion by Alito. Wait, they didn't rule? Am I getting this wrong? Adam,
Yeah.
is Roe v. Wade not overturned?
Well, funny you mention it because it has been curtailed by a Supreme Court case 20 years later called Casey versus Planned Parenthood. So that is the current
No, Roe
standing
v. Wade.
precedent.
I've heard reliably that Roe v. Wade is the essential law in place that makes it so that women have bodily autonomy, their body, their choice, and they aren't baby factory slaves.
That's in zero places. Zero places.
No, I believe that I've been reliably informed by the internet on many occasions,
Well,
particularly
there's your
this
problem.
week.
Here's your problem. A bunch of people who don't know anything telling you things.
You can't just say that blanketly that the internet doesn't know things, Adam. The internet knows all sorts of things.
That is true. There's a bunch of information. It's actually a shame because there's so much information at your fingertips, and people just they don't care.
I don't believe that. I will refuse to believe that. I think this guy just got hasty with his headline here a little bit, saying
Oh
that
no, I wrote that off like 2 years ago, Zach.
an initial draft majority opinion has voted to strike down Roe v. Wade. That is what this headline says.
What does it say? It says the Supreme Court voted to strike down. Oh, jeez.
Yes, that's
No,
correct. They have voted to strike
that's
down
not
Roe v. Wade.
Yeah. No.
According to an
you
initial
lead with
draft
an initial
majority
draft has
opinion.
been leaked. If you didn't want to do this, but they do.
It's almost like they're trying to inflame people. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Who would
When
dream of this?
Politico.
Yes, you were exactly 100% correct. Politico dreamed of this. However, the leaker, Adam, this was leaked by some anonymous ne'er-do-well who's probably devious, had all sorts of political schemes at mind, trying to gain political advantage or influence the court. Oh, that's probably it. Oh, wait, what's this guy? This guy probably has a solid take. He says he's a criminal defense attorney, so he deals with this kind of stuff all the time. Yeah, we'll get to the bottom of this in-depth, complicated conspiracy just now. When people do things, it's generally for stupid, poorly thought out reasons. And not as part of a master plan? I don't know. Oh man, this guy seems like a radical now. You are not going to figure out who leaked the SCOTUS draft by assuming they're smart. Could someone have read the tea leaves and seen how the public might react to a leak and then planned the leak accordingly? I guess maybe. But it is super fun to give something to a reporter and be part of a big story everyone's talking about. It is. And that's what he's saying. He probably just thinks there's some person who wants to be somebody. You know that I could be somebody if I leaked the story to a reporter. But I have no idea. I don't. It has been confirmed by Justice Roberts to be a authentic draft by Alito. No one seems to understand about how the process. I mean, still, it's been days, right? And I'm still seeing these very poop caca takes that it's over, and no one knows that it's just a draft opinion, and they might have had an initial vote saying, hey, let's see what it looks like. Right now I'm in favor of thing, And Alito's
Yeah.
like, here's my opinion.
He's like,
That's how I'd write it. This is how I'd write it if I didn't have anybody else. You know, if this was the court of Alito, this is what the opinion looks like. Feedback, comments, and revisions, please. And they're like, we're going to get the red pen out. We're going to strike all this stuff. Do we even need to reach this issue?
No, I can imagine Thomas is like, he didn't go far enough. It's like,
well, Thomas's opinion would be like, you know, that dissent from Lawrence v. Texas, where it's like, it's not, it ain't in there.
yeah, he would further like be like, dude, we gotta overturn Griswold. It's like,
yeah, it's like it all stems from the same poisonous root of whatever substantive due process was, which was just fake and made up in the first place. Ain't no such thing, friend. That's not the part of the Constitution that's supposed to protect unenumerated rights. There's a specific amendment that is very direct about it that says, hey, there are other rights that aren't listed here, like these other ones. And you're not supposed to treat them differently.
Yeah, I still get I'm so shocked when I hear or when I read when people see that he traces the 14th Amendment back. It's like a very originalist thing. It's like 14th Amendment was to guarantee rights for former slaves. You know, like this is what the purpose was. How could she even say that? Blah blah. And I'm like, you don't understand anything. You don't understand anything. This is a school of thought. You can disagree with it.
Yes.
Many people do.
But
like people. to I don't know. The thing is, it's like, oh, I see where you're coming from, and you're wrong. Versus, no, just wrong. You know?
Yeah, I think that the concept of unenumerated rights and their granting protections under the Constitution from government interference in your life is a complicated legal topic, and I don't think anybody really understands. They're like, it's the Roe v. Wade. That's the one that gives me the right to have an abortion and to have my body, my choice. And then you're like, you just said a bunch of buzzwords in the name of a case. And none of that stuff exists in reality. It's all in your brain. You've had a mind virus planted in there that is in a very real way divorced from all reality. So if something like this happens, like let's say that this opinion did come out and it did overturn Roe v. Wade and it said, hey, ain't in the Constitution, states are allowed to regulate this, you maniacs. Upheld law. Oh no, the right to an abortion that is clearly part of the Constitution has been removed by this activist conservative court.
Yeah. I heard the dinosaur croaking.
Yeah. It would be a little more like, yeah!
Oh, yeah, shouting up at the sky.
Hold on, I gotta pull up the comic. I gotta pull it up. I didn't have it ready.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of the lady at the inauguration.
Oh yeah, but I think that is the person that George is evoking.
Oh no.
Do. Oh no, he did another one.
What?
No. That one may be too spicy for the show.
I can't. I need to see it.
All right. Here's the one. The Supreme Court hereby orders all women to have babies. See, because it's the same, like, pink hair that's at the protests, wailing in the street, to birthing a child, to having, like, a full happy family of smiling children and
I know
grandkids.
it's a full family.
She got married and had a wonderful life as soon as the abortion option was cut out of her.
Oh, Zach.
I said what I said. I said what I said.
Yep.
Hold on, I'm gonna. Oh, never mind. I closed it.
Okay.
You'll just have to
Send
go
it to me.
You'll just have to go to his page later and check it
Oh,
out.
okay.
It's pretty sweet. But this would be the sweetest thing, Adam. The sweetest thing. Ideally, the leaked Dobbs opinion. Dobbs was the name of the case that the leaked opinion was from. Will turn out to be a hoax, but so thoroughly well reasoned that the court adopts it as is, thereby tormenting its author for all eternity. This post is an absolute banger. It has 1 like, and as you can see, it's mine. Oh, but just imagine it. I love the, like, this was a completely fabricated opinion. Oh. And Alito's sitting in his chambers, and he's reading through the article, and he's just chuckling about how silly this hoax happened. But then he's like, wait a minute. There's some well-argued points in this opinion. We will use this as a framework for what we actually say and overturn these absurd injustices that have been perpetrated for the last 50 years.
He's not Nixon.
They're all Nixon in my book.
There's just 9 Nixons. Sotomayor is.
I don't know. I can't do a Hispanic accent.
No, you said they're all Nixon.
I can't do a Hispanic accent of Nixon. Hey, homie. Right? That's correct.
That's ridiculous.
But Adam, if this goes down, it's going to be violating people's rights. Okay, stick with me with this.
No, technically, Zachary, it won't be violating their rights because they never had the right in the first place.
No, Adam, it'll be violating their rights. Listen this through. Because, alright, just because a right that was read into the Constitution by the Supreme Court that was then overturned by the Supreme Court saying that it was a misapplication of the law doesn't mean that they did or had the rights, okay? Which is technically true. You could have had the rights. For example, let's say in the English common law, it was improper for the crown to deprive you of your grazing rights as a free man in the country. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever. And that would be among the many rights that you had free of government regulations. There could also be, they can only deny you certain things under certain circumstances. They can only press you into military service under certain circumstances. And these There could have been cases, and this developed over time, hundreds of years of case precedent before America even came on the scene, and not just America, but every common law country, because, well, the British, they had a thing for the foreigners. They got around, if you will. There are many a country that followed the common law tradition, which would have elaborated on, developed, and enshrined in case law these different rights that existed throughout history. I am not aware of any of such cases that touched on abortion as such. In fact, I think that there was a limited understanding, despite what modern abortionados might tell you, about the nature of a fetus and quickening and all these fun 19th century phrases. But basically, it was something like you could get there wasn't a lot of outlawing of abortion until, say, your baby was quickened. That is, the mother could feel it moving inside the womb and these sorts of things. It's not alive until then, I guess, or whatever. If you're a 1800s living coal miner or whatever, in my brain, they're all gold miners out in the Klondike or whatever. But some people believe that they have a religious right to an abortion, Adam. Particularly the Jews. And for Jews Jews who can become pregnant. This is very important, because there are Jews that can, and there are Jews that can't become pregnant, and these are the two kinds of Jews. Access to abortion services is a religious requirement, and has been for thousands of years. Surprised? Let's dig into some of the texts. No thanks, buddy. Because my religion says that I gotta murder a human being on an altar and cut out their heart for Quetzalcoatl, doesn't mean a law saying that I'm not allowed to do that. It's not a defense for me cutting out somebody's heart that my religion said I had to. I had a closely held religious belief. That means that I can commit murder with impunity. A sincerely held religious belief tells me that I need to, let's say, put a block of C4 at the base of the Hoover Dam.
Zach, you're going to get us in trouble.
Doesn't mean that I get to do that. That doesn't mean...
You're going to get a DM after this. Be like, oh, hey, I like your show.
Oh, check out my new...
Talk more about this C4 planting.
So, just because you have a closely, sincerely held religious belief about something doesn't mean that it's a free pass to be able to do it. It doesn't repress your religious rights. It just means that your religion can't fly. Can't fly, bro.
That's the nicer thing that I would have said.
Well, it's like something about, like, I can't remember the standard because it's just flowery words. Serious government interest or whatever, and then they narrowly tailor the law to address that interest, and it's not targeting the religion, but a regulation of general application and these sorts of things. And then it's like you have to you don't get a get out of jail free card for committing your human sacrifice. Quetzalcoatl will have to get his his blood sacrifice someplace else.
The Latin American countries who are open.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because then again, it's also state by state or whatever, even though I don't know. Adam.
Yeah, well, that's it. We haven't even talked about that, which is another thing that people don't understand. So,
People don't understand a lot of things. Like this lady.
oh yes,
So this guy, lawyer Larry, he says, I love how all the sob stories today are about rape, incest, ectopic pregnancies, etc., and not the 99% of abortions that are just retroactive birth control to maintain a lifestyle. That's not profoundly dishonest or anything. And so what he's saying is that usually pro-abortionists will trot out things like, if someone's raped, you shouldn't deny them an abortion. Or if it's a pregnancy that's going to kill the mother, you can't outlaw abortion for these things. And it's like, yes, all right, okay, we might be able to talk about that. But I think that this is coming from a dishonest place.
but first, can we say that a
Everything else is
9-pound
bad.
baby in the womb is off limits? I'm like, no, abortion up till birth, and sometimes even after.
Oh, was it like 5 days or something? Like,
Yeah,
so just briefly, because I didn't even pull it up, but California wanted to pass a law that permitted. It was what it was you weren't responsible if your baby died 5 days after it was birth or something like this, and it basically legalized after delivery abortions of children.
I mean, it's after delivery, so the baby's been born, and then the death of that,
Yeah.
the intentional death of the baby after it was born. It's a murder.
Yeah, I didn't read it. I saw various interpretations, and I didn't want to get any more depressed than the impending World War III, global famine, American Civil War. What else we got? I saw something about a mummy dug up in South America that had that had been covering its face when its hands when it was bound in ropes and thrown into a hole. So maybe some sort of undead apocalypse unleashed upon us as well. Should be all
Yes,
be fun.
yes. Quetzalcoatl, just like you said. Question. I forgot.
Quetzalcoatl?
Is that?
I think so. Anyway, this person responds to Larry saying, nobody uses highly invasive procedure as a regular birth control method, you overgrown turnip. It F's up our health, makes us sick, and can make it harder to conceive in the future. It is never option A. So sit down and shut up about what others can do with their bodies. As someone who's had 5 abortions already, I can tell you.
Oh,
I
did not say
I made up that last part.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but that's pretty much that was a good ad lib there.
Larry responds, BS, you giant effing liar. We all know these people in real life, cope and seethe. You're very upset about women having control over their bodies. I stand by my comment. Nobody does this as a form of birth control. It's painful, makes us sick, hurts our future prospects of conceiving. It is never, ever a first choice. Die mad about it. The only people dying have been children. Your nobody is a lie. That percentage I gave you in the beginning, the 99%, is from Planned Parenthood itself. Also, why would I be mad? SCOTUS just did something good. Even though SCOTUS didn't do anything good, Larry, you piece of garbage. Quit perpetuating this nonsense. Wow, you're way dumber than I thought. Who hurt you? Says furry anime avatar.
Oh, furry anime avatar. That's 80-20 rule there.
If a dope like you considered me smart, I'd have to stop and ask myself where I went wrong. Uh, Finally, I don't know. We need to go. Also, it dawned on me, you're so angry because you can't actually get laid, which completely explains your obvious hatred toward women in general, and you're just hiding behind this stance to justify it. Peace out, incel, bro. Going straight to attacking somebody who is against abortion with an ad hominem attack, and using their inaccessibility to sexual partners as the final own fatality. Oh, I gotta do it though. Hold on, we have to go back because this whole thread is too good. Uh, Anyway, he says, then she responds to the dope thing. You're just really, really angry over the fact that women have had the audacity to have control over their bodies. Men shouldn't be allowed to ejaculate unless it's for baby making specifically. Until then, you can hold it. And then their response, seriously though? Save it for marriage is your dumb gotcha? Your terms are acceptable? If they're not going to make abortion legal, then we're just going to have to withhold sex. You mean? Wait a minute. Wait. You're saying your big gotcha is that you are going to engage in sexual chastity and not engage in degenerate sexual behavior. If abortion is not made legal, baby, abortion will never be legal. Ain't gonna happen. It's cool.
It's
checkmate. and then fathers are gonna have to be involved in their children's lives and take a serious role in raising them. Yeah. All of the conservatives like high-fiving. It's finally getting through to them. No, you're supposed to hate this. What are you guys doing?
No, that's the thing. I think we've covered that before, where it's like there's this spiral towards like, well, if you're gonna do this, then we're gonna uh, do marriage, but it's like okay.
Then the man and the woman are gonna have to live together and take care of those kids together and support them and love them for the rest of their lives.
And you know what? The woman's not even gonna work. She's gonna stay home, and the man's gonna support her. It's like, oh, what?
Yes. I mean, no, that sounds awful. I would hate it if you guys did that.
It's like, oh, please stop, don't.
Oh, completely unhinged, bros. Bro, guys, dudes. Oh, I can't forget the guy who needed 3 tweets to let us understand that concur means that they agree with the opinion.
Oh,
guys,
geez, that guy.
Guys, this is great. So, the opinion leaked, right? And so we know that some bros agreed with this opinion beforehand. But some bros might not have agreed with the opinion. So if it's different, bros, then we're going to know that the concurring justices didn't specifically concur with. That means agree with those parts because they didn't put their name on it. What? This is like groundbreaking stuff. Moving on. I cannot overstate how dumb the internet has been this week, but it's been
Wait, yeah, I said that. I said something like that earlier.
And so this has just been continually escalating. Online, there have even been maps posted of the locations of the different justices' personal residences. The White House, when asked about this, the press secretary Piesky refused to comment on or condemn threats of violence against sitting Supreme Court justices. Today's non-position of the White House on the targeting of justices at their homes is one of the lowest moments in American politics. We have finally hit the bedrock of rage in American politics, says Guy with a Kogan take. And then Guy replies, says, "Hey, Turley, in case you missed it." And we have Joe Walsh say, "Yes, Jonathan Turley, it's wrong to target justices at their homes, but we finally hit the bedrock of rage in American politics, question mark? BS. Did you forget about an American president refusing to accept his loss? Did you forget January 6, 2021? Don't be such a partisan." Oh, it's too much. It's too much. He.
All right. What's the ice cold fact of this?
There's also Antifa attacking a church, but it was probably just some idiot kids. I don't even think Alito mentioned the issue in his draft, but the federal personhood laws like this one, which we are about to see all over the place, will criminalize IVF too.
Why you can't mention I don't think he mentioned this law that's not even existing right now, but
And it doesn't make anything illegal. Biden made ultra mega a thing. And Marjorie,
Go back. What?
So in an interview, press conference, Biden said that these ultra MAGA guys and Marjorie Taylor Greene, a sitting congresswoman, changed her profile pic to the dark MAGA aesthetic.
Oh, did she really?
Yes. She gave herself laser eyes.
Oh, that's great. Ultra MAGA?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That lady's unhinged, but she had a giant court victory or something, and I don't really get it because I didn't pay any attention to it.
Oh, that was the thing where they tried to make it so that she couldn't run.
Yes, and she defeated them. In their homes and beds.
Rightly so. And there's a problem. You run into a problem when the people have elected someone, and then their opponents say, "No, the person that you guys elected can't run." Like, no, I wanted them to run. Nope. The people you want cannot run, and you can't elect them. Well, I want this person. Oh, guess what?
Actually, they're excluded too, and we just put new law that says that person with last name that starts with T -G.
It's like, and you run into the issue because if you take away the people's choice, people's vote, then it's not. I mean, it's not their. It's not the democracy. It's not them voting and partaking in the republic. And then these people actually have no voice. And then their just and legal recourse is violence.
Did you just call for violence?
I did not say.
Oh, this is good. I should have censor you. Adam, it's aggravating to deal with. This is a tweet out of context. I'm not getting into it, of course. But as the original thread that started this pointed out, it's mostly just tragic. Nobody asks to be born stupid. but it's uncomfortable to grapple with the topic, so it gets ignored, and everybody pays the consequences. True said, true said. And now for our ice cold fact of the week, coming to you straight from Ice-T himself. Ice cold fact: stop tripping on things you could easily step over. Ice cold fact. Absolutely. Dang it. I wish I was as cool as Ice-T. Ain't gonna happen. All right, folks. That is the show. That's the show this week. That is it for the show. And I believe that next week we're going to be off again and then resume after that.
Yeah.
Is that correct, Adam?
That is correct.
Correct? Correct, Mundo?
Yep.
Correct, Mundo.
Yes. Okay.
But we really hope you enjoyed the show. Smash like, subscribe. You can follow us on social media. And if you're paying close attention, you might even see one live chat regular, Fuzzy Clark, who recently activated Twitter. If you know somebody that would like this content, and I don't know who wouldn't, all honesty, share this video with them and say, hey, check it out. I'm sure you don't have anything better to do for the next hour. But Adam, did you have anything you'd like to add here?
I do not. No, I don't. I don't.
All right, folks. Well, that's it. And we will see you next time on Trigger. Good.